subscribe to my channel and hit the bell icon so you never miss any video from my channel.
Yo, on LCameraTV, make sure you like, subscribe, and share all cool things like Facebook and Reddit and Instagram and wherever else. And guys, yet again, there's another bidder on the Panthers that I gotta talk to you guys about. But I ain't gonna lie, this one's a little different. It seems promising, man, and I'll let you know why. So a South Carolina native named Ben Navarro was looking to buy the Panthers, man, and you know, I've been kind of picky on who I wanted. You know, I wanted P. Diddy and, you know, Steph Curry and Colin Kaepernick because I wanted the league to get a little diverse and, you know, and have some black owners, man. But this Ben Navarro, man, he looks like he fit the bill, man. I mean, this guy, you know, obviously he's a South Carolina, you know, businessman. You know, he's been around the South Carolina for a while. He's filthy, stinking rich. I mean, the head of the Sherman Financial Group, whatever, you know, a Charleston-based debt collection firm. And he seems like he had a boatload of money, you know. He doesn't seem like, you know, they say he's a very reserved person, so he doesn't seem like he's going to be the Jerry Jones type to be all, you know, trying to control this, control that. And, you know, it just, he seems like a good fit, man. I mean, also, you know, he's a son of a college football star or whatever, and Frank Navarro, and so, you know, he has that football background. He seems like, you know, kind of Jerry Richardson in the fact that, you know, he was around football most of his life. He's very rich or whatever. I mean, he's not self-made, more like, you know, like Jerry Richardson was, but he seemed like he fits the bill, man, you know. And you know, obviously, I've been wanting a businessman to, you know, own the Panthers because obviously, you know, football is football, but it's also a business. That's a very big part of it. And I didn't want nobody inexperienced. That's why I didn't care for the UFC guy or whatever. So, seems like he's a pretty good dude. You know, seems like, well, I don't know how his personal character is, but he seems like he's a good candidate to buy the Panthers. Even though I still would, you know, I would love Diddy to own the team. You know, so it seems like this. I think this guy might be a strong candidate, man, because he seems like he checks all the boxes. You know, especially because he's from, you know, he lives in South Carolina. I don't think he'll want to move the team or anything like that. So they might really look at him and be like, hey, man, this guy seems like he's what we're looking for. So the other thing he checks off is that he's one of the only candidates that could probably buy the Panthers outright. I mean, everybody else is going to get, you know, groups of people and other people to pull in their money so they can buy the Panthers. But, I mean, he seems like he got enough bank, man, so he could buy the Panthers by himself, man. And, you know, obviously, you know, they don't know what his net worth is, but, you know, his Sherman Financial Group pulled in like around $2 billion in 2016. So he seems like he makes enough money, man. But, they was thinking about letting minority owners, you know, take a shot at it, see if they can make some money, whatever, raise some money up to buy the whole team. But I don't know, man. This Ben Navarro guy seems pretty good, especially because he has a football background. You know, not to say the minority owners don't, but it just, I don't know, man. This guy seems to me like he's checking all the boxes. I don't know, you know, how he is, you know, personality-wise, which will give me a little trepidation because, man, you know, I really don't want to go through another whole situation and whatever have you, but you know, as far as finance, you know, football background, business mindset, he's looking pretty good, man. So, as much as, I think Diddy would probably been cool or whatever, or, you know, even Colin Kaepernick or whatever have you. I mean, if he has enough money to buy the Panthers outright, man, you know, especially because I think he'll be more accepted into the whole, you know, the NFL owners because of his background, because he's a businessman and stuff like that, whatever. I think they'll, you know, respect his football background. I think they'll respect him more than they'll respect P. Diddy. So, I mean, he seems like a pretty strong candidate to me. I mean, they haven't said anything about it, but if I had to, you know, weigh my options with all the people I've been talking about, he seems like the best one that checks the most boxes for me. My only trepidation with this guy is that I don't know if he's a good guy or a bad guy, man, because, I mean, he got sued because he was doing improper debt collections against New York consumers, whatever, in New York, and he filed out settled out of court, him and this other debt collector, and they had to pay like $175,000. So that seems like some shifty, shady things, whatever, you know what I'm saying, he's doing business that, you know, maybe like I'm not, you know, really keen on. It seemed like he was, you know, doing some messed up stuff, and especially making people, you know, come up with debt claims that people didn't really have. That's shifty. But he also, you know, has a charity, whatever, that's in, you know, that he does, that, you know, saying helps schools get built in low income and low management places, whatever. And so that's the good side of him. So I'm like, I don't know which side are we gonna get as Panthers fans, you know. But don't get me wrong, you have to be ruthless as an owner sometimes. But I don't know, man. You know, those are two opposite things. You know what I'm saying? Taxing people for no reason, you know, and creating, you know, falsified lies and stuff like that, whatever, and sending out of court, which is some shady stuff, or the charitable events. I don't know, man. I kind of lean with the shadiness because, you know, with the charity and everything like that, whatever, they get a tax write-off. So for them, they're not really sweating that too much. Whereas the cutting corners and stuff like that, whatever, that seems like more his MO. So hopefully he doesn't do that, whatever, but I wouldn't be surprised if he's cut some corners, man, because, I mean, as good as, you know, much as I like businessmen, they tend to be shady and shifty, man, and cutthroat to do whatever it takes to, you know, succeed in their field. So, I don't know, man. He seems like a good candidate, man, but I just don't want any more turmoil. So if, you know, he gets hired, hopefully he doesn't mess around, stuff like whatever. We still haven't hired a GM, and, you know, at least, you know, hiring an owner will give us some kind of stability. So, well, that's it for me, guys. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share whole things like Facebook and Reddit and Instagram and wherever else. And get in the comment section, man. Let me know what you think about Ben Navarro. Do you think he's a perfect candidate? Because I'm not going to lie. He seems pretty good. He seems like he fits the bill, you know. But again, you know, he does have that shady, you know, that shifty, shady side, you know, as far as the business acumen. But, you know, or do you think somebody else should be the owner, you know? Like, right now, he seems like my #1 candidate because all the boxes he checked off. But #2 would still be P. Diddy. So, get in the comment section, man. Let me know who you would rather be the owner for the Panthers. And see y'all next time.